Facing legal battles on 4 different fronts, this morning, former President Trump is defiantly blasting them all.
I got indicted 4 times. All trivia, nonsense. It's all. It's horrible when you look and you look at what they're doing.
Speaking with former Fox News host Tucker Carlson in a pre-taped interview released on social media, Trump slammed his latest criminal indictment in Georgia and the district attorney who charged him with allegedly trying to overturn the state's 2020 presidential election.
Basically, she's saying Trump doesn't have the right to criticize an election.
Trump and Carlson also discussed the aftermath of the election and January 6th, with Carlson asking this.
So do you think it's possible that there's open conflict? We seem to be moving towards something.
I don't know. There's a level of passion that I've never seen. There's a level of hatred that I've never seen, and that's probably a bad combination.
The interview aired just hours before the one-time reality TV star will hold a primetime surrender, traveling to Atlanta to be booked and processed at the Fulton County Jail later tonight. It comes as lawyers for Trump's co-defendants negotiated their bond.
Sir, can you tell us anything about your conversations in the DA's office today?
I cannot.
At least 9 of the 18 other defendants have already surrendered and been released, including Rudy Giuliani.
I am being indicted because I'm a lawyer.
As he left the jail, Giuliani told reporters he spoke with the former president before turning himself in.
I wish him well. I have every confidence in him. What they are doing to him is an assault on the American Constitution.
Now, guys, we don't know how long the former president will actually spend inside the building. Giuliani was there for less than an hour, another co-defendant for about 90 minutes. And this morning, we're also getting news about another co-defendant, former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows. He had an emergency request to block his arrest denied by a judge. Of course, he made the move as he's trying to move his case to federal court. The DA here has made it clear that she will issue arrest warrants for anyone who does not surrender by tomorrow at noon. Hoda.
All right, Blayne Alexander for us. Blayne, thank you. We're going to get some perspective on all of this from NBC senior legal correspondent and Weekend Today co-anchor host, Laura Jarrett. Laura, it's good to see you. Okay, so Trump is going to turn himself in. That's going to happen today. He's had other indictments. This one's different. This is at a county jail.
Yes, this is the 4th time he has surrendered. But a county jail is very different than a federal courthouse, which is the first 2 times. And then the 3rd time was, of course, in Manhattan, again, at the DA's office. This is a county jail that is under federal investigation for how they treat inmates, the conditions at the jail. Of course, everyone wants to know whether he's going to get the mugshot. But even the idea that the former president of the United States has to wait there. Someone was there for 90 minutes because there are other people there being processed at the same time.
So they kind of keep business as usual and just say, who's next? Former President Trump step up?
They have to. And that's why you see some people going in the dead of night at 3 in the morning because they want to try to get through fast.
This is interesting because there are so many co-defendants. There are 19. Some want to change a venue. Some want a speedy trial. Some want to go to federal court. I mean, what is the DA's idea? The idea, I think, initially was to try them all together or bring them all together in a courtroom. That seems totally not likely.
I think given how many defendants you have, it just shows how unwieldy this case could be. And I think maybe perhaps the hope originally was you charge 19 people and some people will flip. But I think all this motion practice just shows how hard it's going to be to wrap this up by the election.
Let's go to the Mar-a-Lago case for just a second. So Trump is accused of possessing classified documents and obstructing justice. So there's a head of IT guy who was repped by one of Trump's attorneys, now said, hey, you know what? I don't want you to rep me anymore. I'm going to have a public defender. And in fact, he's changed his story. So what does all of that do to that case?
It just shows you all the conflicts of interest when you have people who are representing a cooperator and also someone charging a case. At least one federal judge said, hey, wait a minute, excuse me, do you want to actually speak to a different lawyer? And what does he do? The moment he gets a new public defender, he changes his story and he flips. And to be able to have that testimony at trial will be invaluable for prosecutors.
Right, for the head of IT as well. All right, Laura Jarrett. Laura, thank you so much. Good to see you.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.